Thank you to everybody. It's not so easy to talk after the very nice teenage entrepreneurs, but I hope to be at the minimum the same level. And XNest, I'm Bruno Garavelli, the CEO of the XNest, that is the company that developed the most advanced food contaminants detectors. But there is the way to move the slide. This one. Okay, sorry, but. So why we decided to develop this sophisticated technology? Because today still a lot of problems concerning the quality control direct from manufacturing line are still unsolved. For example, in food and pharma safety, there are foreign bodies and contaminants that every day are not controlled in the manufacturing line. So it means that we can take the risk to eat something that is not good for our health. But also in the security baggage control, today there are a problem concerning the direct detection of explosive. But also in other sectors like medical diagnostic and industrial testing, we can strongly improve. So we decided to develop a totally new X-ray technology that is capable to perform in real time the chemical physical characteristic of the material. So thanks to this, we can recognize immediately if the product is conform or not to desired requirements. Our technology that is named Xpetra is a revolution. Is like the revolution that we got 50 years ago. When we passed from the black and white television with two colors, black and white, up to today with the ultra high definition television with a lot of color. So this is a result of our technology. On the left side, what is today is seen by conventional machine. In the blue marker, there is inside a contaminant that is organic material, is cob, and as you can see, there is no chance to detect it. Whereas in our technology, we detect immediately that there is the contamination of cob. So we are different because our technology Spectra is totally different from the others. And again, based on the metaphor of television, we other works with only 1 or 2 energy level or color, and we works up to 1,000 energy level or color. This gives us the capability to detect, for example, in food detection, the detection of high and low density, such as plastics, bone, wood, insect, and so on. The competition, beside, we innovate in 3 different levels. That is the optical sensor, the hardware, because we made custom integrated circuits, and concerning algorithm based on artificial intelligence. Our market is about $1 billion of dollars, but this is the market for only our technologies. And in which way we will go to the market? First of all, we go with the food venture, and we have completed the proof of concept of the technology with the setup of the technology demonstrator in November of last year. In May of this year, we signed the first joint venture in food with a global leader of the inspection of the food inspection that is named Rytec. And in this day, we are entering the field test. That means testing of a machine in a real environmental context, so in a manufacturing line, in Italy with a co-packer of important food manufacturer. This is our team, so it's a cross-contamination to seniority of the managing partner with 7 young engineers with in hardware, software, mechanical, mathematics, and physics. Our financial projection, we count to reach at least 50 million in 2020, and already this year we have a turnover of 1 million, and we have already reached the break-even. We have already completed the first round investment of 3 million of euro, and what is important to say that is our startup is have an important capital paid up that give us the cash to go further in the next year. So totally, we have also realized a crowdfunding campaign, and we have collected 3 million of euro. And the next investment round is about 5 million, and we will use it to scale up the company in food and to explore the other sector application, like security application and medical application. So we complete, this is our team. The metal plate that you see is our first detection unit that we delivered in this day. And on top of detection unit is one of the prizes that in this day we have won. That is the prize of Bocconi University, that is one important business school in Europe and I think also in the world. Thank you very much.
I'm Daria, Kantor, CEO and founder of TruBe. TruBe is a mobile app that makes fitness more accessible. We connect fitness professionals with customers. And the concept came to me with a strong passion for fitness and sports and a will to connect the digital world and the health world. So the health industry and the health awareness is the strongest point at the moment. 1 out of 7 people in the UK has a gym membership. And the market is one of the strongest markets in Europe, being valued at over 4.4 billion. And the market being very strong and the health awareness is extremely strong, as you might have noticed. If we go back in history, things have evolved over the last 10 years. When new players came to the market, and I'm talking about budget gym chains. They offered and they understood the consumer needs, offering more flexible plans and more affordable solutions. But as we know, the flexible and the budget gyms have a large issue, is that they're industrial, they don't offer enough support, and they don't have a handhold process for the consumer. And so as we see the people are going through and changing trends, they're going away from the budget gyms and finding new solutions. So where does TruBe sit? TruBe combines the advantage of an affordable gyms with oh my God. I stop here. Sorry, guys.
I didn't prepare any song, but anyway, TruBe Glove is a technology that can significantly improve the quality of life of people who are deaf and blind, who live in a unique condition of isolation, as touch is the only sense they can use to interact with the world. Although there are only 1.5 million people who are completely deafblind, 150 million people suffer from a combined degree of deafness and blindness, which require them to use some kind of technology to communicate with others. Learning to read and write grants blind and deafblind-born children up to 90% of employment opportunity, in addition, of course, to social inclusion. And there are touch-based alphabets that are already used by this community, but they require long training time and cognitive capabilities to be intact. Think about it. If I'm deafblind, I wouldn't know how many of you are in this room. And this is why we invented TruBe Glove, a wearable device that enables blind and deafblind individuals to use already existing touch-based alphabets to use all the features of a mobile phone to communicate with others and interact with the world. So TruBe Glove becomes a keyboard on the end of the user. Messages can be displayed on the screen, translated into speech, or transmitted over the internet. Replies and feedback are sent back to DB Glove, which converts them into vibrations simulating touch cues over the hand, enabling the user to read in addition to writing. Scientific studies demonstrated that DB Glove is twice as accurate and fast as Braille displays, both in learning and using, and up to 12 times cheaper than all current technology. Moreover, if you think about Braille, only 20% of the blind community can learn and use Braille, and only 5% of them can get access to technology due to current cost of technology itself. DB Glove comes into 2 separate packages to accommodate the different needs of our users. We implemented a recurring revenue model based on a consumable pad, and we are enabling third-party organizations to deliver content and services through DB Glove. We started in 2013. In 2013, we collected money to go over 6 prototype iterations, and last year, we reached an agreement with RNIB, one of the largest organizations for blind people. This is a milestone that we reached this year. We started delivering the product to deaf-blind users. People who weren't able to communicate are able to work thanks to DB Glove. This is a selected list of awards that we won, but most importantly, our partners, featuring the UK government, which is one of our customers, the largest organizations for blind and deaf-blind individuals in the world, and people who help us disseminate the product. We're raising 1.5 million to complete the sales phase and to scale to the market. This is our roadmap, but most importantly, this is our team, featuring me, a PhD in computer science and engineering and a Fulbright scholar in technology entrepreneurship, Gianluca, who's the best operation manager I've been knowing and working with for 5 years. And although you cannot see in these pictures, there are girls too who take care of our community and customers. So if you have 1.5 million, please queue to the right. If you know anyone who's deaf-blind or you know patients organizations, please queue to the left. Thank you.
Okay, so hello everyone. While my presentation is being uploaded, I'm Roberta Memeo. I'm from Grifo Multimedia, an Italian-based SME. And we are not a startup. We are 20 years old, but the line of business that I'm talking about to you tonight is about gaming and gamification. And particularly, I'm going to talk about a game-based platform for children with diabetes that we have developed in a European-funded project in Horizon 2020. This is the evolution of our company. We started in 1997, and now we have moved towards the vertical gamification solutions. We have developed solutions for Nespresso, for example, some pharmaceutical company, and also a platform for social innovation and smart cities. This is a very quick overview of people who work in our company, but I am moving fast to the problem that we decided to tackle in our project. As you know, diabetes is a chronic disease. That means that people with diabetes have to deal with their disease throughout their lives, and this is particularly challenging and is a particularly heavy burden on children with type 1 diabetes, which is an immune condition, so they are born with diabetes. It's not something that they acquire out of bad habits or wrong lifestyle. And figures are huge. Diabetes is on the rise throughout the world, all over the world, really, from the US to China to Asia. And one of the main problems is adherence to therapy. That means that type 1 diabetic people have to take measurements of their blood glucose many times a day, and they have to be particularly careful about food intake, and they have to do physical exercise to keep their blood glucose levels in a safe range. So all this combines in the need to have a strong motivation to do the prescribed activities. And we have devised this game-based platform for children who are from 8 to 14 years old because they need to take self-care seriously and to be able to be empowered, as they say, to self-manage their disease, because it's something that they will have to do throughout their life. So we have a video here, should be playing, okay, about the context of the problem and why diabetes is so heavy on children.
Living well with diabetes is possible by injecting insulin, by monitoring the blood glucose levels, adopting a healthy lifestyle, and doing physical exercise. Taco Dojo is the interactive app that makes all this more easy. And while you are having fun, helps you manage your diabetes. With Taco Dojo, filling in the blood glucose diary and keeping track of your physical exercise is a breeze. Earn points, let your avatar grow, unlock new games, and reach the top level in the leaderboard.
Okay, so we have this platform which combines in a unique integration a gamification platform that manages activities in real life, and it is connected with a game adventure which contains embedded some mini games. We currently have 7 mini games, but of course we hope to add many more. And it is connected to a network of sensor devices, such as a glucometer, which is the tool that diabetic patients use to measure their blood glucose levels. And also it is connected to activity trackers, such as Google Fit or My Band, which is a Chinese manufactured bracelet. And all data coming from the sensor devices are fed back into the platform, and they are turned into points that can be used to move through the game, to unlock hidden objects or solve riddles or move to next level, so that the activities in the real life are connected to the progress in the virtual world of the game. And then we have this character, the taco. The taco in Japanese means little squid or octopus. And all the characters in our game are little squids or personalized octopus that players can change their gear, their clothes and hairstyles. And the virtual coach pops up in the mobile app and reminds kids when they have to do things such as measure their blood glucose or go for a walk because they have been sitting too long, or be careful about what you're going to eat because their food blood glucose level is too high, and so on. These are just examples. These are the goals that are in the gamification platform. They are daily or weekly or longer period goals that can be accomplished by performing activities that are turned into points. This is about the talks and contacts that we are having with potential partners and customers. Taco Dojo is born out of a H2020 project, so it's still a prototype. We don't have figures impressive such as those quoted by Nicolas to show. But we have contacts with Menarini, which is a big pharmaceutical company. We have contacts with Springer, which is a very, very world-renowned publisher. And we are thinking of bundling their offer with our gamified platform so that we can use their promotional channels to reach the consumer market. This is about how promising the gamification market looks like, and especially pharmaceutical and health and wellness sectors are particularly on the rise, and forecasts for the future are also very positive. This is about the USPs, the unique selling points of our solution, which is an integration of many things. So it's not just a game, it's not just a game-based platform, it's not just an app that reads data from sensor devices, but it's a combination of all of them. And our competitors, MySugar and Iogo, are very, very strong and good competitors, but they only do one thing. They manage diabetes, but they don't have games, or they have devices, but they don't have the gamified approach. And these are the channels that we are exploring to reach the consumer market. So we have pharmaceutical companies, insurance, publishing companies, and healthcare providers, because we want to reach the final users through them. And this is a very optimistic, but I'm showing it to you nonetheless, projection where we see ourselves in 5 years. We would like to think that we would have 500 business partners, that is the companies that I mentioned in my previous slide, for a total customer base of 500,000 users and revenues up to 11 million euros. So thank you for your time and attention, and if you want to contact us, here you have the details to reach us. Thank you very much.